Noelle.
So we are talking about how to turn one house into five. Honestly, I have become a multimillionaire in real estate by taking one home, taking some equity, getting more properties, taking business credit and getting real estate, flipping houses, all of these things. So I am here with the money lady, my girl, who is going to teach us some new products that are out here that are helping people do exactly what I did. Like, again, there is so much technology as we are progressing. Miss Tunita Bailey is teaching us how to get access to this money. And again, we're going to talk about how to turn one property into five, because in many cases, you can literally become a millionaire with just five properties. I've seen it done, especially if you have some equity and you're paying them down. So, and you get the properties right, which we'll talk about that in a second as well. So welcome, Miss Bailey.
All right. Hello, Noelle. And again, so happy to be here. Happy to tell your people, your audience, how to get some money, how to fund their dreams, especially if you own a house already, right? I love it. Can't wait.
Exactly. Because most people don't think that, a house is a great investment because they just have one house that they live in. And yes, that is fine. Obviously, it's going to be going up in value. Every month you're paying that mortgage down. But you actually could be having a tenant. You could be having guests, Airbnb, short-term rentals, somebody else paying that mortgage down. You could be living in your home and you can have investment properties, just building wealth, creating passive income. So let's talk about these new products that you had that people could tap into equity if they already have property. Like you said, get some of that equity and then start buying houses. Okay.
Buying houses.
Let's show them how we do this. Let's show them how we do this.
One of the things I want to tell everybody about this sign in the back of me says, I renovate. Okay. Now, just let's talk about that for a moment, because if you have a house already, and you want to renovate that house, guess what? There's home improvement loans available that you can get access to up to $100,000 to not only renovate your house that you are living in, but you can sometimes take some of the money and go buy another house, right? That's called our renovation home improvement loan. So that's what I want to tell everybody about is our reno loans that we have. We call them Renovate 100s, where we can finance 100% of your renovation project. Okay. So that's one way that you can access money if you already own something, is using our renovation loan.
Stop. You are watching a very important conversation on our podcast, but let me tell you about another very important cause: children's illiteracy. The Marley Sims Foundation is my nonprofit organization, and this episode is sponsored by the Marley Sims Foundation. We are committed to combating children's illiteracy because a child that cannot read by the third grade is 3 times more likely not to graduate from high school and 10 times more likely to go to prison. We have got to start doing our part and start fighting children's illiteracy and get our kids reading. Please donate at marleysims.org and you can get this free t-shirt just to show your support and help us fight children's illiteracy. It is so important. This is a serious conversation, so let's get back to it. Okay, so let's show us how everybody show me this stuff, because I know you said you had a brand new thing. I don't even know all of this. I've done some of it, but this is brand new, hot off the presses. So, this is what I'm talking about.
Hot. Okay. So the home improvement, and I want to tell you a quick story about how I got into home improvement. I know a lot
please, because we was flipping houses and we would get a contractor. So I know some of it, but I don't know the whole story, how you just flipped to this and now this is your thing.
Here's the thing about, real estate and dealing in money is that sometimes when things happen in the world, you got to pivot, right? You got to, if it's not time to fix and flip anymore, you got to go over here and do buying holes, or you got to do something different. So the way I got into home improvement is when the rates went up. Everybody knows the rates were 1.99, 2.99, and then the rates went up to 5 and 6, and now they're 6.5%, 7.5%, right? So the market kind of slowed down a little bit, and you know me, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I got to make some money, right? So somebody literally asked me, they say, well, we're not going to sell our house right now. We're just going to renovate and remodel what we already have. We're going to redo our kitchen, our bathroom. We're going to put a patio deck. We just going to, we're just going to fix our house up. And I thought, well, you know what? That's a great idea. And the question was asked to me, well, can you help us get some money to do a home improvement loan? And you know what my answer was?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. So I went out and found home improvement loans and began to help people get home renovations. And so we have two products that I want to showcase to everyone. One is our home improvement loan 55. It's called our Reno 55. And it's literally where you can get a loan up to $55,000 in order to renovate. And the property can be your primary, your second home, or investment property. Okay. It's not limited. And let me tell you why, Noelle, and I know, you and I did a home improvement loan together on one of your properties. But let me tell you the magic about this program is the minimum credit score of 640. So you do have to have good credit, but there's no income verifications in some cases. Okay. I say some because they've kind of changed the program, but there's no appraisals. Right? No appraisal, no title work. So the time frame, you don't have to wait. You can literally get this loan approved in 5 minutes and then close within 7 days. So that's how fast you can get a home improvement loan done. So it's a great product.
I love that.
Then we have the Home Improvement 100, and this is where you have major renovation. You buy a house and it needs a major overhaul. Well, you can get up to $100,000 to do a home renovation project. So that's our Reno 100 program. Okay, so we have those two home improvements. And then my last program that I want to highlight, because I have people that they say, well, my house is paid off, and I want to tap into some of that equity. And like you said, I want to turn one house into 5. Well, if you got a paid off house, you can do a home equity line of credit and take some of that cash out, up to 80% of the value. Take that cash. Now you got money in your bank account that you can take and go buy 5 more properties or 10 or whatever you want to buy. Right? You can do that with the home equity line of credit. So those are the 3 new hottest products off the presses that we're marketing today.
I love it. I love it. And so I really have so many people that have asked, like you said, about the home equity line of credit. So the renovation loans, obviously that's new. You can go and reach out to Ms. Bailey. Where would they reach out to you? Obviously, you had the website up, but just say it again for everybody.
Yeah, everybody can go to capitalcitymtg.com. That's where you're going to find our products, and you'll find my information at the bottom. You can click the link and go ahead and apply or schedule an appointment to speak with us.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so now we have the home equity line of credit, because this is the thing of how we have created, and again, I have a whole course teaching this. I'll make sure I put a link in the description box where we actually teach you our portfolio launch formula, where if you do have a property with the HELOCs, this is kind of something that we have been teaching for many years, but obviously most people don't know that they could even do this. So let's talk about the power of a HELOC, because yes, those renovation loans, they're going to reach out to you. They're going to talk about that. But let's talk about like what a HELOC is and why it is so powerful for getting subject to deals, getting, fixing and flipping, all of these different things, because you can kind of write the check and you're only paying for what you need and things like that. So kind of explain that to me and everybody else.
Well, one of the biggest things about doing a HELOC and tapping into your equity in your property is that now you become the bank. Right. You are the bank. You can write a check. If you go and you buy a tax sale property or you get a subject to property, like you mentioned, you don't have to run around trying to figure out how to get the money. You already have it.
You can go right to the auction and you have a checkbook. Okay.
And you can write a check.
That is powerful.
Yes, yes. So you definitely want to do a home equity line of credit. And the other advantage to doing a home equity line of credit is that you can use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off, right?
Right.
And it's typically the interest rate is a little bit higher, but that's okay because you're going to take the money and you're going to buy 5 more houses with it, right?
Right.
So you can easily come back and pay that line of credit off, and then you can get it again and do it again. So if you've got something that's paid off free and clear, or you have a low balance on it, you can get up to 80% in a line of credit using your home. And you can buy some more property. So it's a
Okay,
great
let's talk about
program.
that, because actually I thought the maximum CLTV was like 95% or 90.
No, well, you know what? It's 80%, and I think they have
CLTV
the max CLTV. I believe is 80%.
in every state. Okay. Okay.
Well, I take that back. Take that back. Now in Texas.
Okay, because you're in Texas. Let's talk about that. That's why I was like, wait, hold up, because that's not what I have seen.
That's true.
I got approved for more.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm in Texas, so I tend to kind of think Texas lending guidelines. But you're right. In some states, you can go up to 100%.
Yes, thank you. Because I'm in Florida, and I'm like, ma'am.
That's right. That's right. You can. I'm glad you mentioned that to us. Another good thing about the HELOC, some of our programs don't even require an appraisal. So if you have a high enough score, then no appraisal is required. Now, that's not on every case, right? Sometimes they do require an appraisal of your property, but we've been able to get people approved, and we don't even have to do an inspection on the home. So it's a really good program.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to say another thing that you said that I got to talk about. So you said, well, the interest rate is a little bit higher, but that's in compared to a mortgage, not compared to a credit card, not compared to a regular line of credit, not in many cases even compared to a business line of credit. In fact, in most cases, a home equity line of credit, the interest rate is going to be much lower than all 3 of those. Especially depending with a similar credit score. If you have like a 720 or a 740, you actually, your interest rate is actually better.
Yeah, it is.
Talk about that.
The interest rates can be anywhere from 11.99 to 13.99 on a home equity line of credit. Because remember, it's in second lien position. It doesn't take the place of your first lien if you have one, but it's a second lien. Yeah, and so it's a little bit more risky, but you're right. It's not as high as a credit card. Credit cards are 22, 23, 27% interest on them, so in relation to what you can do, and you can get access to larger amounts of money. Like you can get 150, 300,000 credit card. You may be able to get 25, maybe 30. You're not going to get $150,000 on a credit card. So when you think about it, it's a great way to expand your portfolio using your home equity line of credit.
Exactly. Now let's talk about what some of the stuff that we do, so people really understand the full plan. And this is what I call the portfolio launch formula, where this is how you launch your portfolio using either equity in a property you already have, or even business lines of credit. But the person that has a home with some equity that can get this home equity line of credit is miles ahead if they can tap into this program, because like you said, you can get $150,000 right there. That again, you're only paying for what you're using. So you don't have to, pay, 150,000 if, maybe it's only 100,000 that you use. And you get what I'm saying? So there's a real benefit to that. So now let's talk about how we put this all together. Okay. So I will still do my marketing where I go find people that are behind on those mortgage payments, or facing foreclosure, in bankruptcy, in divorce, probate, all of these things that are public record. Okay. Or just somebody maybe lost their job, or someone got sick and they're just maybe 3 months behind on their mortgage payments. Literally, I can catch those mortgage payments up, and that's the down payment. Okay. Then we close subject to, so I'm signing off. This is my property now, and I am taking over those mortgage payments. Okay. And we'll do a separate agreement for that. But I'm able to do this over and over and over again. And everybody's like, well, where would you get the money for that? Well, I just gave you the answer. Ms. Bailey just gave you the answer. Okay. And she is a resource. Okay. And she's been a resource for me. And now, if you're watching this, she's a resource for you. So again, tell people, how they would find these loan programs one more time. And again, I'm going to tell you, if you're interested in the entire formula or me teaching you this, there's a link in the description for the portfolio launch formula.
Yes. So you can reach out to us at capitalcitymtg.com. Okay. My information is there on the website as well as our calendar link. You can reach out to us, schedule an appointment, and I'm happy to meet with you.
I love it. I love it. So any other new things that you want to share? Like I said, I love meeting with you at least once a year, at least, once a year, bringing you on so that you can give people all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you give me. So, what else is out there that's hot on the press before we wrap this
Well,
up?
I tell you, before we wrap up,
I know you got something good. I already know.
I always got something cooking here. A couple of things. First of all, we just launched in Georgia, so now we're opened up in Georgia. We can do all types of loans, traditional as well as commercial, as well as private money loans in Georgia. So Georgia, here I come. The money lady is in Georgia.
Yes.
And then the second thing we've done with the Renovate program is now we've fully launched our construction company. So if you are someone that needs to renovate your home or do a home improvement loan and you don't know who to contact, give us a call at capitalcityconstruction.net, and we're happy to help you with your construction and remodeling jobs. That's what I got going on, Noelle.
I love it. I love it. So you guys realize we have everything here. You got bad credit. We can help you get good credit. You got good credit. We can help you get some money. Once you get that money, we can help you and tell you what to do with that so that you're making money. You're not just creating debt. You need a renovation on your property. She can help you get the money, and she has a construction company to help you actually get it done. And you guys, I'm gonna even actually add some pictures so you guys can see some of the renovations that we've done that Miss Bailey has been a part of, because again, it is all about quality and top notch. That's how we roll. So you got to see what we're doing here. And we always do things that are high quality. And if we do something, we're going to put our touch to it, and it's going to be nice.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. So I just want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the resources, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.
And I'm Tunita Bailey. To your success. Let's fund some dreams.
Let's fund some dreams.